Pine Bush started the year 3-0, but with all due respect, this wasn't Valley Central the Bushmen were facing last Friday. This wasn't Saugerties or Middletown. This was Kingston, a Class AA player, a team Pine Bush hadn't beaten in 4 years. Was Pine Bush really for real?
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up from my town.
Yes, Pine Bush might be ready for prime time. Pine Bush lit up Kingston 49-14 in this Class AA showdown last Friday behind 100-yard games by Matt Geisler and Mike Martin. This is Justin Rodriguez for the Varsity 845 football show. I was in the house for the Pine Bush game, and let me tell you, this team knows how to play. We talked to Geisler, who rushed for 159 yards after the win.
It's definitely a lot of weight off of our chest, and it's something we've been working hard for a good solid week, and even more than a week. We've been practicing for this game and many more all season.
Pine Bush's hard-charging, yard-eating offense did the job against Kingston, putting up a season-high 449 rushing yards. Meanwhile, Pine Bush defense, which shouldn't be overlooked, with Mike McDonald calling the shots, was lights out. Next up for Pine Bush, the Bushmen take on Monroe-Woodbury in Central Valley at 7 o'clock Friday. It's a battle of undefeateds. I'll give you my pick later in the show. Before we move on, let's hear what Pine Bush quarterback Danny McNamara had to say about the Monroe-Woodbury game.
Well, I feel like Pine Bush could go in there, win, but we just got to work hard like we've been doing and set our goals to try as we can and do what we do.
Okay, now for our feature of the week. We all know Kingston coach Jeremy Collins calls plays. He also responds to calls, fire calls. Collins is a veteran with the Spring Lake Fire Department in Kingston. Just in case he isn't busy enough with football and family, Collins is Spring Lake's assistant chief. He's been a volunteer since he was 18 in his hometown of Verona, located outside of Syracuse. He has served with other departments locally before Spring Lake, including in Bloomingburg and Esopus. Collins talked about why serving is so important to him.
I used to serve with the Spring Lake Fire Department. I've served in the volunteer fire department since I was 18 years old, and it's an opportunity to give back to the community. When I was young, my family needed the community's support, and the fire department was there for us, and it taught me a valuable lesson about giving back to others, and others before self is our saying here at the firehouse, and it's important to me to give back to the community, and this is one way to do that.
Collins isn't the only Tiger on call with Spring Lake. Senior defensive end, tight end, Colin Lyons is a volunteer with the department. Lyons talked about the adrenaline he feels racing to a call.
It's always exciting, and it definitely gets the adrenaline going. When you roll up on the scene, you see a fire going, it's always big excitement. And it's always just another opportunity to help somebody.
Like Collins, Lyons is on call 24/7. They've raced out of their home at all hours for calls. There's only one time the pair aren't available, when Kingston's playing a game. Coach Collins and Colin, thanks for having me at the firehouse. We all appreciate the work you do serving your community. Now for my picks of the week. We have 4 big games this week. On Friday, it's Pine Bush Monroe-Woodbury. Washingtonville against Menacing Valley in a Class AA Division II showdown, and Spackenkill and Marlboro in a rematch of last year's Class B title game won by the Iron Dukes. On Saturday, O'Neill travels to Burke Catholic for a rematch of the 2011 Class C championship. Let's start with O'Neill, BC. Take O'Neill. O'Neill has too much experience on both sides of the ball, and there may be no stopping running back Jerry Nazi. Also, quarterback Keegan West is coming into his own for O'Neill. Next, take the Ville. That would be Washingtonville over Menacing Valley. Menacing shocked Warwick last week, 29-0, but Washingtonville is playing well. They've been consistent. The offense is tough to stop, so I'm going to go with Washingtonville. I think Marlboro's depth leads it to a narrow victory over Spackenkill in what I think might be the game of the weekend. And for the game of the week in Class AA, I like Monroe-Woodbury over Pine Bush in what could be a tight game. I just think Monroe's defense will step up a la the Warwick game 2 weeks ago and stop the run. But I think Pine Bush will be in this game. The more they control the clock, the better chance they have an upset. I also do like Monroe's versatility on offense. Well, that's it for this week. Enjoy the games. This is Justin Rodriguez signing off for Varsity 845.
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.
I said it's game time, so it's time to score. If you're not playing to win, then what you playing it for? From the field to the hardwood floor, win some and lose some. Just give it your all, whether it's basket, base, or football. It's all American. It's on when the season's here again. PYP, gotta play your position. Gotta go hard, give it 110. Fans cheering in the stands, yeah, you gotta love it.
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.